me so.
And now we're back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for hanging in there while we paid some bills.
Really just fucking refilled our drinks.
Yeah, and I took a leak. But welcome back to the If I Said It, I Meant It podcast. We are joined by our special guest, Mr. DJ Fuze.
What's up, David? David's listening right now.
From
David.
Borrowed from Power 106. And so, again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
For the dozens and dozens of our loyal, well, halfway loyal fans.
I don't know how loyal they are.
Yeah, I don't know either.
These bitches ain't loyal.
If you have your your handle, your Twitter, your Instagram, shout that out, and we'll definitely see.
You want to follow me on Twitter at DJ Fuze 106, Fuze with a Z. On IG at DJ Fuze, again with a Z. And Facebook, I know some people are into Facebook.
Some of those old people.
DJ Fuze 106. Remember, it's with a Z, so
it's with a Z.
It's with a Z, so like.
So I did some research before the show on looking into a DJ Fuze.
Yeah, he looked up the wrong one.
Oh.
I looked it up with an S.
Is it with? Oh, okay.
The guy from like the Humpty Hump song.
Digital Underground.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I can't believe, like.
That guy hates me.
Does he?
Why?
No, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'll talk about it. Why not, right? Like back in like the early Twitter days, like 08, when I was like getting on
on the
Power,
scene?
yeah, like I was getting like a lot of like his people like hitting me up, like, yo, you ain't the real one. Like, there's only one real DJ Fuze. I'm like, yo, like I wasn't replying to anybody. I'm like, I'm not gonna be that guy to like get into it. You know what I mean? I'm like, that was never my intention. I'm like, I'm just a kid from Santa Ana that like Santana Holmes that wanted to like just be a bedroom DJ, and then
it just happened.
I wasn't gonna change it. I'm no disrespect to anybody, but
how did you come up with the name then?
I don't know. It was just I don't know. I think it was just like a cool word. I'm like, that sounds cool. Like, let's run with it, you know?
Electricity.
Yeah.
Can't get my fucking
Light it
amp
up
to go, and then you just change the fuse.
Yeah.
I think I blew my fuse on my amp. Honestly. See? I forgot. I had to like fucking.
We'll take it. We'll take a
that's
look
a
at the
story.
fuse. But so you work for Power 106.
Yeah.
On air. Are there specific days that you're on air there, or?
Yeah. I'm on Sundays, 12 to 3 p.m.
Okay.
And here and there, like I'm filling in for E-Man a lot. During the week, I cover Disco Drew here and there. So
Disco Drew seems kind of like a cool dude, but like he also seems kind of like I don't know, like just like a funny dude. Like
yeah, Drew's
like, you don't take anything seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like he just seems like so like mellow and like I don't know. And I only hear him on the radio. I don't know.
Yeah, Drew's super cool. Like, he's one of the dudes that like I've known since like my start at the station. You know, he's a cool ass dude. You know.
That's funny.
You know, we were talking off air, and I'm kind of a nerd. Well, I am a nerd.
Period.
Next sentence. I really like the organization, the production value, all of that stuff that goes into, you know, our show and the many other shows that we do.
For sure.
He gets mad when we're like out somewhere and like it's too loud in the background. He's like, the production value.
Listen, we need to get a little quieter here. We scrapped a whole show because of the background noise to it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I get real picky about that kind of thing.
Wow.
The uncensored video has been bothering me for like an hour now.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of like that too, so
yeah,
I get you.
He can fix it though. It's not like he can't fix it.
I guess, yeah, you can fix it.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
But in the moment, it bothers you, right?
Yeah. How does it work? How behind the scenes you get to the studio?
Oh yeah, how early do you get there before you actually go on? You just show up
Yo,
there?
so like on Sundays when I'm on, like there's nobody else on before me. Like before that, they're just playing music out of the system. So I can get there like as early as I want. Sometimes like I'll get there like an hour early, like work on a video with my camera and then like edit something real quick and throw it on IG. So like I'll get there early. I like to
pretty much like practice or whatever.
Yeah, I like to loosen up, like warm up a little bit. But then if I'm on like after another DJ, then I'm very limited. It's like we switch off, kind of like at the club. Like you get a few minutes to like switch off and.
But you have they have extra turntables so where you can practice, right?
We do, but like we don't rely on that because sometimes they're being used for like
whatever
for K-Day or something like that. So like you don't want to rely on that too much. But yeah, I get there early and yeah, there's music to be looked at. Like there's always like different changes as far as the music. So like you want to get the
There's
early.
always different changes. I feel like the
Yeah.
same music's being played all the time.
Yeah, because when I went to, now this is country music, but for like a week straight, it was the same song at 7 o'clock every damn morning. Like no joke.
Yeah,
same
and
song.
like the thing is like I don't know, like most people like listen to radio, but like they don't listen all day. You know what I mean?
Right.
They listen on their way to work, like they're like dropping off the kids at like school or whatever, and then they get to work, and then that's it.
That's
They
it.
keep it moving, and you got those 15-20 minutes to like grab them, like, and they might not be like the hardcore like music fans, so it's like in those 15 minutes you gotta like be able to like, okay, like what's popping right now, like this is what you probably like, and it'll
Are
keep
you
tuned in.
are you required to play like, okay, so maybe I'm sure you know, but like there's a hook, there's a fucking verse, hook, verse. Do you have to play so much of the song when you
You know what? There's like unwritten rules to that. Like there's not really like a set rule for that, but like the bigger the song, like
you let
it's
it
like
play
kind of
out?
like common sense. Like
Let it play out.
let it ride out,
Yeah.
just because like the little kid in Whittier that likes that song, like they want to hear the whole thing. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like when you're at a gig and you're like, dog, like play it again. I want to hear the whole thing. You know? It's like my bad. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not gonna replay another.
Yeah,
same
but like, I
song
get that
that's
sometimes.
20
You know, it's
minutes.
like, can you play the whole song? I'm like, dude. But you know how
Get
it
a
is.
jukebox. Like
You're right.
we'll,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
turn the box on.
I was listening to I'm not listening. I was watching a YouTube DJ TLM. He was like doing like his like
Uh-huh.
DJ City like do's and don'ts or whatever.
Oh, okay.
He said that it goes, yeah, when someone comes to me and says, hey, can you play that song again? I want to hear the whole thing. He goes, if you want to hear the whole thing, listen to it at home. Like I'm fucking
Yeah.
trying to DJ it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying,
get
to get,
me.
I'm trying to get through fucking as many songs as I can in the amount of time that I'm DJing. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking play the whole song. Like
So you were saying that they is it a set in stone list that you have to play?
Yeah,
or
we
is
have
the
we have
options?
we have a list that like it's pretty like
Pretty set in
straight, and,
stone.
and I'm sure that's how it goes for like most stations that are pretty serious about their ratings and stuff. You know, like you want to have a system in place where like you don't want to get out of it. You know what I mean? Like you have that system, and what works, and what doesn't work, like you end up taking off, and
And they
you go from there.
do you know if the station pays for each song or how, like
Like you mean
It's-
labels and stuff?
exactly? Yeah.
No, because there's like
They probably
strict
give
rules
them-
where like you're not supposed to like get money to like play stuff, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, you have to pay Ola, like, so that's like a weird like thing where like I'm sure.
they probably just give you the music line. Like hey, I want you to promote this. And so
yeah,
it's more of that.
It's more like
So I had a question. You had posted something. You had you got a plaque from like Flow Rider or something. So
Uh-huh.
like, what does that entail? Like, why did you get that? And then like,
yeah, I get like comments like that on like my like when I post a plaque or whatever.
yeah, like what does that mean?
Like I always get a comment like, yo, so did you produce that or like
Because are you a producer?
No,
Okay.
no. So like pretty much like when I get those
Yeah.
plaques, it's like for whatever reason like that artist like felt like okay, this station backed me up like
You help me or whatever.
like playing that record, so I'm gonna go ahead and like like all the DJs from that one station that like really helped push that record, like I'm gonna like reward them with plaques, you know what I mean? That's kind of what as far as like me, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's other dudes that get plaques because they produced it or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw that and I was like, oh, I wonder. Like, I knew. Well, I don't want to say I knew, but I had a feeling you didn't produce it. But I thought
No, yeah, but like
maybe you had like a
But yeah,
Hadn't
there was that one Florida plaque you're talking about. Like for that one, I won it because I got second place in the mix contest. That was a prize. Yeah, for that one, that was a little different.
Gotcha.
But for all the other ones, yeah, it was more of a like helping them out or whatever.
So why don't? I'm sorry. Do you have another question? So like these DJs you were talking about earlier, the ones that like Dynamics, Jay Espinosa, like these, like a lot of these guys don't DJ on the radio. Like, what's the reason why? Like, is it because it's like they don't look at it as like
That's a good question.
like
And I wondered that too, you know, because
they prefer not to, or is it like too
I mean, Jay
politics?
Espinosa, like he's a kind of like a radio veteran, you know, like up in the Bay, and like he was even on Power for like a good year and a half.
Like I know that guy. Oh, I can't think of his name. He's a Mexican dude. He's from Arizona.
Could be.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Villa,
yeah, yeah.
Like he's dope as fuck, but he's
Yeah.
on the radio. Like it's,
he did Power 98. out in
and he
Phoenix.
he was in the three star or whatever.
Mhm.
But like a lot of these DJs that I noticed that they don't really DJ like at
Yeah, I think
stations.
what it is nowadays is like these dudes get so into like their sets and stuff and like routines, and like I'm assuming this is just me assuming like it's
They don't
hard to like do that on the radio, but, you know, like we all know that like busting out like scratches and routines and certain things on the radio, like it doesn't like resonate to like the average listener, you know, like it's hard to like convince your boss like, yo, I'm gonna go all in, do this trick on air, and like they're like, no, dude, like just play the song,
play the
like
song,
have fun
yeah.
with it, scratch it in, and like keep it moving, and like so
Maybe
they
they feel like
just-
it's holding them back. Huh?
exactly, you know, so
Gotcha.
they'd rather take like a different route and just do them, you know.
You know, when I used to listen to Power 106 and was it 92.3 The Beat? That's
Yeah.
putting me way back there, huh?
Yeah,
Little bit.
It's been a while. The DJs used to, you know, scribble and mix in songs, and they would go from one, and then you get about 30 seconds of them before they dropped into the next. Is that not done now, or is it just, how long do you have really to be creative before you go from song A to song B?
That's another like unwritten rule, like things get like brought up here and there, like yo, like get into the song like
As
ASAP,
fast
you know
as
what I mean? As
possible.
fast as possible, just because that kid just wants to like get to it, or you know, get to it, like play that shit. But as a DJ, like, you know, like within an hour, like yo, there's like 3-4 times per hour where I can like really flex and like
Mhm.
show off a little bit, and you gotta just like pick and choose those moments, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like up to you, but like you gotta use your best judgment, you know. And every DJ like throws in their different flavor, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like you know what, like no, just keep it moving.
When you could get away with it, you maybe take a few extra seconds to.
Yeah. Sometimes
Okay.
like you really feel it, like let me go in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other times you're like you have the jock talking for like a minute or so, and you're like, all right, like they've talked.
So you hear that while it's going on, and you're just waiting for it to like finish. and,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
da, 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 da,
Sometimes
da.
like they'll be like, yo, it's Power 106, and you're like, okay, like it's about to like they're about to be done talking,
And then
like
you wait, bam.
let me get ready to toss it in, you know.
You gotta hear his mixes, which I tweeted you this is before I even met you. I was like, yo, when are you gonna drop a Coachella mix again?
Oh,
Like,
I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, I tweeted you. And you're like, man, I'm not gonna do one this year, but dude, his Coachella mixes are sick, dude. Like they're fucking sick. Like I know you listen to some of this music. Like these are like I think the last one you did was like 3 years ago.
Like 15, I think.
Yeah,
that's
like
it,
3 years ago, dude.
And they're just mixes of the artists who are.
Like the lineup, yeah.
The lineup of that Coachella,
Yeah.
like dude, and they're fucking sweet, dude. Like
Yeah.
like it's crazy how you put together. It's almost like the three style, like as
Yeah,
far as like,
yeah.
as far as like
Really
the
is.
dynamic of the three different genres, but maybe not so much with the controller or whatever. But
Uh-huh.
Kev, you need to check them out, dude. They're some of the best mixes I've ever heard. Like they're sweet, dude. Like,
Thank you,
yeah.
bro.
and I was really bummed out they didn't do it last year. Just saying.
But yeah, it was one of those things where I was.
Pretty much what I'm saying is, they need to do another one.
And when the
I
Coachella
need to
lineup-
go again, you know. Like if I can get some free passes, like I'll probably make one again.
Ah,
That's what it was,
see
you
what
know.
we
It was
can
like
do.
I was going. I'm like, you know what? Let me make a mix so we can bump it on the way over there, or like at the campsite or whatever.
Maybe we
We'll
get
talk to our producer.
to get you some free passes.
Let me
Yeah,
get
some
sponsored with some
mixes.
passes.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll talk to our producer. See what. I mean, I got passes to Stagecoach, but I know it's not up your alley. So
Hey,
Dude,
you never know. You
Yeah,
never know.
he might fuck some shit up, dude. He
you'd
might
be
like-
surprised. Like, okay, so I took Richard to a country club one time.
Have you ever been there? It's called Cowboy Country in
It's in
Long Beach.
I think I've heard of it.
It's on
Yeah.
South Street.
I've never been there though.
It's you'd be surprised the hip hop songs that get mixed into it because of the beat. Because country music and country dancing is a lot of the beat determines the dance, and so beats are the same whether you're listening to country music, hip hop, or rock.
Well, yeah, it's
If
a 4/4,
It's
yeah.
a beat, and so they'll mix in all kinds of different types of music, and you see cowboys dancing to it. So
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
have a Rihanna song, then you'll have a Garth Brooks song, and the DJ sitting up there and he'll mix in. Not as much scribbling, not as much freestyling. It's
It's called
like,
scratching, dude.
okay, I just remember DJ
Just
Scribble.
saying.
DJ Scribbles, remember?
Yeah.
I'm
MTV,
letting you know it's scratching.
Okay,
That's cool.
you call it what you want.
Okay.
When I was growing up,
In
it
Japan.
was scribbling, yes.
Fucking LeBron sucks at free throws, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kobe would have made him, right? Is that what people were saying?
Yeah, Kobe would have made him.
He'd have been in the line a lot more too. So yeah, I mean, it's just beats are beats, and they line up, and so yeah. But put a stagecoach one together, that'd be fun.
You know, I'm serious. You need to check them out, dude. They're
Yeah.
fun. They're dope ass mixes.
Thank you.
How much traveling have you gotten to do with the time you've been DJing?
Not as much as I wanted to, but like
They
enough
just lock you
to
in.
like honestly like in the past like year and a half, like it's been cool. You know what I mean? Like I've done like some Vegas things like through the station, like which I'm really grateful for. Like I did Seattle recently. I've done Phoenix, San Francisco, San Jose,
I'm sure you fucked up San Diego a few times.
San Diego. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
close, you know. So I just drive out there.
My driver actually goes to San Diego.
Yeah, does he?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's
You have
fun.
a driver, bro?
Yeah, got a driver.
Yeah, I need
It's
a
cool.
driver, man.
You should. I can get you. I can get you a
I
pass.
get- we'll get you passes.
We'll get you a pass and
Let's do it.
driver and go.
New Orleans. So it's been cool. Like
How was New Orleans?
it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I was only there for like a quick night, so it was a lot of drinking.
A
Like
lot of titties.
I didn't get to experience all that, you know what I mean?
Hey, dude, he's an engaged man, dude. Congratulations on that.
Oh,
man.
you're
Like,
engaged too.
Yeah, yeah,
He just
yeah.
got engaged what, like
Yeah,
a
you're
month ago?
engaged or what?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
A
a month ago.
Yeah,
Month
yeah.
ago.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I remember we were talking about that when you were at the gardens. or
Yeah, I
whatever.
mean, my girl knows, like, we're pretty much married, you know, like, we've been living together for...
You just got a house too together, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're already living together before that. We just moved to another spot, but, yeah, I mean, it feels like we're already married, so it's like, it was
the right thing
time,
to
you
do.
know? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if he
So
was
he saw
single,
no titties.
he
is
saw
what he's
no
saying.
titties, but a single man would have walked down the street and seen a lot of.
No, you know what? You know what it was? Like I would have like loved to experience the whole like Bourbon Street, like the whole scene. But the reason I went out there is my buddy is a Raiders fan.
Oh, I'm
And
ready.
he's in the Navy, so he was stationed out there, and they were playing the Saints the next morning.
Okay.
He's like, "Yo, we're gonna be up at 6, tailgate set up." So I knew I had to like be up super early. So we finished like 3 in the morning or whatever it was, and I got an hour of sleep and had to be up. You know? So I knew I couldn't like really like check anything out. You know, it was one of those. It was one of those.
Yeah, yeah. A friend of mine grew up in New Orleans, and she said she used to just walk around with titties hanging out. and
Nice.
She was not.
Introduce me.
Yeah. No, she's married too.
I don't care.
Actually, super happily married.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's very few.
Yeah.
Talking to two fucking engagement right here.
Yeah. No, it's good for them. Apparently, they found happiness. So earlier, I asked about the whole Brooklyn question. God forbid I ask a question on this or on our own
Like the
fucking
birth of
show.
hip
First off, it was Bronx.
Okay.
I'm just saying the birth of hip hop was Bronx, bro.
I didn't ask about the Bronx. I asked.
You asked about the birth of hip hop.
Yeah. So Richard just recently got back from New York. And
So did he?
Did you really?
The week before. or
Yeah,
something?
like a few weeks
Oh, that's
before
cool.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, lots of traveling for you then. From an outsider's point of view, what's the difference in the way music is looked at out there versus out here?
Wow. I feel like in New York, it's more like regional. Like they really like just fuck with like what like they hear out there. For the most part, you know, obviously there's exceptions, but I feel like in the West Coast, like we're a little bit more open-minded. Like we fuck with like shit from the South, like stuff from like the East Coast. Like we like everything out here. I feel like we're more open-minded. You know what I mean? Out there, it just seems like, and I was kind of surprised to be honest. I went to a club one night and they played like 4 West Coast songs in a row. I was like, people were dancing. I was like, what the hell? Like I wasn't expecting that. That threw me off guard. You know what I mean? But overall, it just seems like they just kind of mess with like the stuff that like
They know.
works. Yeah, the stuff they know like there. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the difference.
I don't disagree with that. I really okay. So young MA, the
Yeah.
first time. Okay, so I was out at what the fuck is this place called? The Do Over,
Mm-hmm.
but the one in New York, in the Bronx
Oh,
or in Brooklyn.
Uh-huh.
So I was there. We're like partying, whatever. And that song comes on. Well, I don't know what it's called, but you know the popular one.
Yeah.
And I had never seen people get so fucking crazy over a song, right? And I I was like, dude, so I get my Shazam out, you know what I mean? Fucking
Yeah,
put that shit up, boom, comes up, and I was like, never heard the song before in my entire life. Month and a half later, Power's playing it.
Yep.
Fucking, you know, all the other fucking stations are playing it. I'm like, it's crazy, but like he's right though. I don't know if it's maybe necessarily regional, but like I know that at least for people that I've talked to, like New Yorkers are very proud.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, 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 very proud people,
Yeah.
and they want to. I mean, it goes back to like the fucking mobster days. Like you know, Sicilians want to be with Sicilians. Fucking people that are from Harlem want to
stay within your family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like when someone comes up from New York, just like I think what happened when Biggie came up, like Brooklyn was like that's when he's like Brooklyn, we made it. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were a shitty ass. They were a suburb of fucking New York. You know what I mean? Like, and now they're like a mainstream city. Or like you're right. Like LA is just so laid back when it comes to like music. Like they're just.
And everybody that comes out here, like they move from like different places, so it's like even
No
a
one's
lot of
ever-
these
no
a
one-
lot of artists like
They
they might
rep-
be from somewhere else, but like they stay out here, so they end up becoming like from out here. You know?
The biggest quote unquote West Coast artist of all time is Tupac, right?
And he was from.
He was from fucking Baltimore. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't even from here, you know. And then when he came over here, he went to the Bay. He wasn't even fucking from LA. Like so, but people that are from LA will claim him like he's like the fucking second coming of Jesus.
I was a kid and I always thought Tupac was from LA
Yeah,
because
he
of
wasn't.
like I don't know, like
California
West
love.
Coast, no,
Yeah.
to live and die in LA. You know,
Yeah.
I was like, and I'm like later on, like, oh shit, like no, like he's not even from here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that I don't disagree with you. Like I do think that like
Yeah.
people from New York are just very like they're just
Want
proud
what
of
they
people.
want,
Yeah, and,
yeah.
and they're willing to support people even though they might not be that good. Like you talk about people like fuck, I don't even know. Like
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I mean, yes. I mean, I guess. I mean, that's
as
a great. That's a
shitty
great
as an
example.
example as he
Well,
is,
the
but
thing is, like his music is not terrible.
he's just terrible. Like to
He
look
just-
at.
I mean,
I mean, his
be
music's
around.
not the greatest, but it's just like his character. You know,
his
the
character,
shit he
and then
does.
people will
Also-
support him because
He's from.
he's from there.
Yeah.
And then that blows people up because there's a lot of people in fucking New York, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
You take California,
if-
it's
if-
concentrated.
there's a reason why when they do the elections, like New York, Florida, California are like big fucking states to
Yeah.
win because there's so
Yeah.
many fucking people there.
Concentrated in
Yeah.
one little area. And yeah, I can definitely see how.
Let's see, we got Tony and Joanna, DJ, what does it say, Provoke,
Yo,
and Wayne, 562, listening.
nice.
Oh, Wayne.
It's not Little Wayne, it's
Oh.
just regular Wayne.
He's just regular.
Yeah.
He's probably bigger.
Yeah, I don't. Oh no, yeah, he's a little bigger than
Little
Little
Is
Wayne.
he a little bigger?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I watched, and this is completely off topic. I
When
watched,
are we on topic?
Yeah, that's true. I watched a quick
Video.
video
What good?
of
take it
Lil Wayne talking about how he shot himself, and he was like,
Shut him up.
yeah, kind of like it, but he shot himself in the chest, and the cops came, they kicked down his door, and he said that all the cops that jumped over him, he's like, they were all black. They jumped over him to go look for the gun, the drugs, the money.
Mhm.
He goes, one cop grabbed me, picked me up, and tripped on everybody else. Like, what the fuck are you doing? This kid's dying. We gotta get him to the hospital. And grabbed a squad car, carried him, took him to the emergency room, stayed with him, chilled with him till the doctors had him stabilized. And he was like, that was Uncle Bob. And Uncle Bob is white as fucking snow. So it was just an interesting story. Like, you don't hear, and of course all of the like comments throughout his video were like, people were saying, oh, well then all black, all black cops must be bad, all white cops are good. And, it got real racist, but it was just interesting. Like his point of view with the cops was never good, but there was one shining light that saved his life, so to speak. And it's interesting to me because you look at, had he died, Lil Wayne hasn't changed music incredibly. He's not.
I don't know if I agree with that, but okay.
I don't think he's changed music all that much. He's had an impact on it, and he's definitely a key member of hip hop and rap nowadays. But that's just me, and I like Lil Wayne. He doesn't, so it's
I'm not a
interesting.
fan, but I do think he changed hip hop though.
Really,
Or-
How so.
Well, I mean, his influence on like, we were talking about, the 95 to 2005.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
he was a big part of that. Like,
Yeah.
regardless of whether I liked him or not, like he was very
His,
influential. Like,
some of his
he
lyrics
was
were fucking
considered the best
sick.
rapper for a
Yeah.
good period of time. Like,
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
07, 08.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I necessarily agree, but that's fine. I mean,
I-
you could have your opinion.
And I'm not
real
saying
quick,
I'm right.
your homie said, "What's up?"
Little homie.
Provoke.
Yo, what up, Provoke?
And I'm not saying, I'm not saying I'm right about. I don't see him as
You're definitely not right, but I'll let you know your opinion.
quite the most,
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
see
he's
him
the
as-
most influential. He is, and anyway, whatever. We can move on.
Yeah, I don't see him influencing hip hop and rap probably as much as you do. But you're not wrong. I'm not right. That's just kind of how I see it.
Yeah, I'm more right
Different
than you are
opinions.
wrong.
I'm definitely more right than you are right.
So when you went to New York, you said you stood in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Were you closer to the bridge? Were you what city? Were you in?
Bushwick.
Oh yeah, Bushwick. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm wherever that's at.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of nowhere, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I just remember the train ride being like 40 minutes
Yeah, to get to the city.
Manhattan.
Yeah, I get the city.
It was a mission, but
It's like all these New Yorkers who come here and they're like, we're staying in Pico Rivera, and we're like, why?
Why would
you
Just
Yeah.
stay in LA?
Well, no, Bushwick is. I mean,
But yeah.
okay. So from the first time I went to New York, which was probably 6 years ago, maybe a little longer, till now, you can see the progression of the gentrification, like coming into the
Right.
city. Bad, dude. It's bad. Like good, but bad. Bad for the people that live there,
Yeah.
but good for visitors.
Mhm.
So I know you went to go see the Biggie mural, right?
yeah.
So I went too.
Uh-huh.
When I went to Biggie's house the first time, did you go to his house?
No.
Okay, so I went to his house, or where he grew up, and
I asked you if he was there. You said no.
yeah, no, he was busy.
But he was busy. His mom was there though. What'd you say? His mom let you sit on the stoop?
Yeah, she let me sit on the stoop. She said I can wait till he gets there.
Yeah.
Dude, that house sold for $775,000 back in like 2008 or some shit.
Wow.
So when I first went to his house, it was like way more sketchier. Like,
The neighborhood.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's a nice area, but it was still like sketchy on Fulton Street.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went this time, and it was like nice, like
Nice, yeah.
way nicer. Like, dude, that place is getting gentrified just like Compton is, just like fucking
Mhm.
Carson, just like,
Hipsters everywhere, right?
bro,
Right?
it's crazy.
It was like you're in like Echo Park or something like.
Dude, it's definitely different, but
Yeah.
regardless, I love New York. I'm gonna still try to go there every year. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, how many times have you been there?
4.
Yeah, dude, I've been there about 4 or 5 times myself, and it's
Every
just-
time I go, it's like you learn something new. It's like, you know, it's always a new experience.
Where do you normally stay in Brooklyn, or?
No, that was the first time. The other 3 times, Manhattan. I
Have you
did
been
more
to-
of the tourist shit back then, yeah.
Have you been to the Brooklyn Bridge? I mean, not Brooklyn Bridge. I'm sorry, the Brooklyn Brewery Company.
No, but
Have
my
you
sister
tried-
has, and I have a keychain, actually.
Have you tried the Brooklyn Brews? After-
Here. Yeah. This is it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my little sister went like last year. She bought it.
Your brother says Lauren Hill and Mos Def grew up around the corner from Biggie's.
I don't give a fuck about them, Si. I care about Biggie.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've been to New York? It's been a while, huh?
Yeah. Like I told you earlier,
Well,
there were 2.
that's why I asked you.
There were 2 World Trade Centers when I went.
There's only one now.
Yeah. It's a little sadder,
Long
but
time ago.
yeah, it was a long. 97. 97 was the
When you were
last time.
35?
Yeah, drove out there, and yeah, it was my retirement plan.
I think
It's one of those places you have to go. If you've
I
never
agree.
been there,
I
experience
agree.
to see the Windy Apple and all of its glory.
Because it's really second to none. Like, there's not anything else. Dude, when you go to Times Square, why do you laugh?
Because it's the Big Apple.
I know, you just speak dumb.
Yeah,
Oh.
but you didn't laugh, which makes me feel bad. That's a joke.
When you go to Times Square, like, it's literally like, it's something you can't explain to somebody. Like, there's 300,000 people fucking walking through that thing.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
pushing you and just trying to get by because they're sightseeing, you're sightseeing, they're trying to get somewhere, and
You know the nerdiest thing? I loved Wall Street.
dude, I love Wall Street too.
I thought it was so fucking cool. Like, you're just there and you're like, there's billions just being moved around. Not even like in accounts, just being moved around.
Like, you don't know who the fuck's rich and who's poor, like,
Oh,
out there.
the people who you would identify like, oh, Steve Jobs is the rich. He's a drop in the bucket compared to these no-name people
Yeah.
who just have billions. Like, and you have no idea. Who
Well, I don't know
they
if I
are.
agree with that because Steve Jobs was probably one of the richest men in the world. Let's be real.
But
But you
there's-
got to use somebody else.
Okay. I don't know.
I know what you mean, though.
But-
I know what you mean. So, do you guys ever listen to, well, he's on Fox now, but Marcellus Wiley, do you guys know who that is?
Yeah, of course.
So, he had a show on ESPN, and he used to talk about when he would go to clubs with his homies that like were on the football team with them, and they would like get all these like fucking groupies or whatever. And he's like, dude, because Marcellus Wiley was an alumni from not Princeton, what was
Columbia.
it? Columbia, yeah.
Yeah.
And he made a lot of like investment friends, like people on Wall Street. And he's like, it's crazy. We would get the girls, but we'd be like, damn, like we're worth,
Millions.
10, $12 million a year, whatever. He's like, but these guys are making that like on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't get any play because they weren't fucking 6'4", 260
Yeah.
pounds. Like, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah, you just kind of know, like, the no-name guys, there are way rich, and you'll never know who they are because they just grind at the investment. They grind at the hedge fund. They do the work, and they're stupid rich, but they're living a good life.
I want to be that person.
And I don't know, would you rather be Marcellus Wiley and have less money but be famous? Or would you rather have the money and...
I'm down to live under the radar, dude.
Yeah.
Alan Alda, who, if you don't know who he is...
Obviously, I don't.
Okay. MASH? Remember MASH?
Yeah.
The movie, or the TV show? Yeah, he's in MASH. He's a real famous TV
All right.
movie guy.
Is he the one that dressed up in dresses?
No, that was... Oh, shit, what was his name?
I don't know.
trying to
Are
get
any of these guys still alive?
Alan Alda is, I think. Anyway, he said, when asked, like, hey, give us your thoughts on fame and fortune, he goes, I'll take the fortune, you can keep the fame. Like, basically,
Yeah.
I'd rather have the money and
Yeah, I'd
not
rather
be
have the money
known.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah,
If I could choose, like, why not, right?
yeah, give me the money and
Give me
I
the
don't
money
need to
and
be known.
live, like, low key, like,
I would be cheap as
my
hell.
own
too.
business, like, why not?
I mean, you kind of are your own business, though, right?
Huh?
You're kind of your own business.
I'm talking so
Yeah.
much money you don't need, I mean, I guess.
No,
you
no, I
want
know.
to, but just
I'm
like,
just talking about in general, though.
I live
Yeah, 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 yeah.
rich, like, by a country rich, where nobody knows who the fuck you are. That'd be me.
Did I take a shot earlier? I just burped it up right now.
Oh, yeah.
Before you guys got
You
here?
almost threw up or what?
No, I just
That was
felt
a
it.
while ago.
Anyway.
Heartburn or what?
That's rough.
The
Yeah,
heartburn?
a little bit. All right, so I have a question for you, Kevin.
Okay,
Actually, for both you guys.
Mr. DJ Fuze, he has a question for us.
Let's do it.
Sai made fun
Always
of you.
bringing out
Yeah,
the
fuck
laptop.
Sai made fun of you because he called Mr. DJ Fuse. So,
Sai has no respect.
so Kevin's Japanese, in case you didn't realize that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hi.
And we've been talking about how the Japanese race is kind of like dying off because they're not like
Reproducing.
reproducing, and like there's way more older Japanese people than younger Japanese people. What?
We go bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So
I can be racist.
there's a Japanese man.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
So another thing too, real quick. A lot of these Japanese people are having sex with sex robots,
Hi.
so they're not fucking real people,
Oh, wow.
and they're not reproducing with that either. So this is like all comes full circle.
Not yet. We haven't quite mastered
You haven't
that
figured
robot.
out. You haven't figured that out.
Yeah.
So a man, a
Hi.
Japanese man,
Mm-hmm.
married a hologram
Uh-huh.
of a 16-year-old character in front of 40 people that cost about $18,000, and his mother rejected his invitation to the wedding. Kevin,
Hi.
what do you think about this?
Oh, Krieger-san. If anybody watches Archer, the cartoon, by far my favorite show on TV. Dr. Krieger has a hologram wife, and she's Asian, and she's like that hair shoe, funny thing. I am bothered. This is gonna sound funny. I'm bothered at the fact that the hologram's 16.
Right? I
Okay.
agree.
You want to marry a hologram?
The fact that he's marrying holograms but should be enough.
No.
It should be. It
You know,
should, am I wrong?
You do.
Yeah,
You marry
that's
who you.
enough right there.
You marry what you want. Now, I have some legal questions. First off,
I don't know all the answers.
what did? Yeah, were the in-laws there? Were her parents? Did they support?
I mean, I don't think he had enough money to bring them in because he would have to digitize
He'd have
them.
to. I mean, he should have. Did they download? Did they fly? And then what are the family pictures?
I'm just actually, you know what, I'm more upset about the fact that if it cost him $18,000 to have a digital
yeah,
wife, And that's what it cost them to bring Tupac back to life at Coachella.
18 grand.
Yeah,
It's not bad at all.
I know, it's a deal.
Now, when it said it cost 18 grand, was that the cost of the wedding?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could-
18 grand.
I could read into it if you want, but I just was laughing at the fact that there's some dude married
Yeah.
a fucking hologram.
I don't care about the fact he married the hologram.
You should.
No,
He's not gonna reproduce that.
doesn't bother me.
That is crazy.
It bothers me that she's 16. Like, you
That is
couldn't
weird.
have added 2 years and like.
Maybe because the person he married was like a character,
Yeah.
and the character happened to be 16.
That's even
Oh,
worse.
shit.
Well, no, it's not worse, but I
The
don't
law's
think.
different out there.
No. No. You know,
Fuck no.
again, actually, to be honest, I don't know about Japan, but.
You should. That's your fucking home. Fucking
In some countries, like you can
Fool,
get
I'm
married.
from East LA. Dog.
quote
Like,
quote. I never cheated on her. I've always been in love with Mika-san.
Mika-san. Her name's just Mika.
Miku-san. Mikusan.
Miku-san.
I think about her every day.
It's just Miku, and we call
That's
him
crazy.
son. Like
Hey,
Daniel.
as long as he's
remember,
happy, you know what I mean? That's all that matters.
remember Karate Kid and you go Daniel-san? It was just Daniel, and you add son.
Did you know that
Kevin-san.
that's his dad?
Who? Who's your dad?
Pat Morita.
Oh,
The guy from Karate Kid?
Wow.
really?
Don't even know who Pat Morita is.
No,
Mr.
I'm just
Miyagi.
kidding. Mr. Miyagi.
Shut up.
No. Not
Oh,
my
really?
dad does look like him. Actually, my whole thing. In most people's eyes, my whole family looks like him. We all look like him.
DJ Provoke just said, I just looked it up. Crazy.
Uh,
You thought we were lying? That's fucked up, bro.
It's a real story, bro.
no, I'm glad he fact checked us.
Actually, you know, it is funny when people fact check this because
Yeah.
like, we say a lot of bad shit that's like incorrect.
Stupid. But you know what's funny is all the funny shit and stupid, random crap we've said. Like people fact check us on the funny, like
Yeah.
that, which we love. Keep it up. Keep us on our toes.
What do you think about that, Fuze? Like, would you ever marry a hologram?
Nah, bro. Nah. I mean, to each their own. Like I said earlier, as long as he's happy, like, do your thing. You know, whatever makes you happy. Kind of sucks that his mom didn't want to show up. You know, like I get it though. You know, like
What if
I'd
she's
be-
showing up for the person's not even real?
I'd be that parent. Like, yo, like,
Miku-san showed
why
up.
can't you like marry a real person? You know, a
Um,
human.
Provoke says that males have to be 18 and females have to be 16
Okay,
in
so
Japan. So I guess
that
that's
changes
the
it.
age of consent there.
Yeah.
It doesn't really change a whole lot in my mind though.
I mean, it's legal out there, so
It's yeah, but not in my brain.
yeah.
Like you could eat dog in China, but it's still my dog here. So
What, you don't like dog?
no. Though
Liar.
I assume I've eaten it, not at family, but at that Chinese food place that got closed down because they were serving
Dude,
dog.
but imagine like you got an invitation from Richard for me saying, "Hey, come to my wedding." You're like, "Dude, I didn't even know you were being with anybody."
What
You're
the
like,
fuck? Like
it's a hologram. Like I'm gonna fucking marry a hologram.
I'm marrying Tomb Raider. Like, hey,
You're like, what
come,
the
it's Richard Vasquez and Tomb Raider.
Okay. So if you had, if you were in that mindset of like, I'm gonna marry a hologram, who would you marry? Like what fictional character? Like whether
Lana King,
who's that?
Archer.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the person.
No, yeah. 100%.
Why were you so fast on that? That's
Because she's hot.
So it'd have to be like a cartoon or what?
Yeah, it has
I
to be.
guess, or like a video game character.
Oh shit. I don't know. I mean, for me, it'd probably be like, what's the chick from Ninja Turtles?
April O'Neil.
Yeah. I don't know.
Don't
I'm
judge
not really
me.
a cartoon dude. You know what I mean? Like,
My kid watches Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles.
sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't know who I would. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just threw the question out there. That shit's funny though. Like, hey, would you take this hologram to be your lovely wedded
yeah,
wife?
that's crazy.
What are you looking up, Kev?
Lana King, bro.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same lady from Peggy Bundy? Her voice?
Peggy? No.
That's not her. You sure?
I'm 100% sure.
I don't know. I think it is.
No, I promise. I've seen all of the Archer characters.
Look it up.
I'm going to. She did Aisha Tyler. She's the voice of Lana King.
I would do both.
Yeah, so would I. if I wasn't married to my wonderful fiance.
You're not married yet.
Yeah, or whatever doesn't get me in trouble.
Married to your fiance.
Yeah, I don't know. 16 is.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Raider tickets?
It's.
Yeah, I got Raider tickets. Let me know.
So, last week we posted a few questions.
Yeah, I forgot to post them. Sorry.
I guess.
I
Okay,
failed.
we didn't post them. So
I failed miserably.
last week we posed a
Two
couple of
questions,
questions to people.
I fucked up bad.
That's all right. You were in vacation mode.
I was really in vacation mode.
I think you were leaving like the next day, weren't you? Like
That
you left
morning.
Thursday. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So not a big deal. But
No, I left that Wednesday night.
after we did the show
We
on
did the show
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
That's
yeah.
right. It was the next day. Yeah.
Dude, how high was fucking Evelyn?
Oh, she was so much
She
fun.
was fucking.
Thanks for coming on, Ev.
Yeah, I
It was
hit her
much
up the next day. I
appreciated.
told her I appreciate it.
Oscar, awesome, good times. Come back. That was fun. But yeah, she was super high. The best thing was when she walked in before we even started the show. We're having this deep philosophical and political conversation, and she just looked at us like, "Oh, fuck!
Yeah, like I don't want to do this anymore.
What did I get myself into?"
She thought it was gonna be like totally fucking way more in depth and deeper than what it literally was. It was just us fucking bullshitting back and forth.
And then we talked about poop porn. Uh,
Pretty much.
not right after, but it did come up.
Yeah, no, it was pretty funny, dude.
So last week, Mr. DJ Fuze.
Yeah.
My brother laughed at the fact that you kept calling me Mr. DJ Fuse somewhere here. It's called Fuse.
We've been posting a few different competitive questions, and one of them is it easier to be a man or a woman with regard to ... And we've been throwing different categories in there. And
Okay.
so going back throughout my notes here, and you would think I would have these memorized, but quite honestly, I'm not that good. We started talking, is it easier with regard to clothing? Is it easier to be a man or a woman? And a lot of people, most people said it's easier to be a man.
Yeah, I would agree.
We talked about hygiene. Is it easier to be a man or a woman with regard to hygiene? And Richard had a different opinion. Most normal, sane people said it's easier to be a man.
Yeah, same here.
We talked about automobiles last week, and we had a split audience, and unfortunately we didn't post the question to our listening audience, but I'm hoping we will this week. Richard got real lazy. He was in vacation mode.
There he
He
is.
was going to New York, and yeah, he didn't do shit.
He's back now.
So we talked about automobiles, and is it easier to be a man or a woman with regard to automobiles? So if you didn't listen to the show, for our audience, I would recommend you go back and listen to
All of our shows.
all of our shows. But last week we posed the question, and as a woman, Evelyn said that it was easier to be a man. And
Can you like explain that, like elaborate a little better? Like the car?
just and that's kind of the ambiguity of our show. We just threw it out there. Automobile cars.
So I looked at it as like,
Oh, okay, so like...
He looked at it from a sales point of view. Is it easier to buy a car as a woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Evelyn looked at it from the buyer's point of view. As a woman, nobody talks to me. They talk around me. They talk to the man I'm
to
with.
talk through her, like,
I looked at it from a mechanic point of view
Yeah.
or a
That's what I was
maintenance point of
thinking.
view.
That's what I was thinking.
and they take advantage of you.
And they take advantage. And but I also, many will, but I think my point of view was that with regard to automobiles and mechanics and cars, and I think you'll find a lot more mechanics who will take more time with a woman, explain things, and not rip off women because of the stigma. And so I felt that it was easier to be a woman. You could get away with more. I've pumped a woman
Whoa,
gas.
you pumped
I have pumped a woman. I will put that down.
100%. I know it's been once.
At least
Because
once.
you have one kid.
Yep, and I'm engaged, so 2 women. But I've pumped women's gas before. A woman's never come up and been like, hey, do you want me to pump your gas? Right?
Well, you would do it though.
I would let her. If I wasn't with my wonderful fiance. And so,
Pause.
pause, in serious face here. So I looked at it as, I think women can get a lot more done than men. If a woman needs her tire changed because she has a flat, 20 men will line up to do it.
That's true.
In suits, in any clothes. If I have a flat tire, you know what people do? They honk as I
Get out of the way.
like move your car. It's like, thanks,
That's
dicks.
true. That's true.
If a woman was broke down on the side of the road and was having to trying to push her car, 50 guys, I mean, that car would move faster.
It also depends on how hot the girl is.
Yeah, of course, but I would assume I'd be a hot girl.
Okay. You're not a hot guy, so.
Well, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I guess that
Don't agree with him. I'm a hot guy, Mr. DJ Fuse.
No, that's true. I mean, shit, like girls, like I feel like get things like done quicker because
Not my
they have
girls.
that guy, their dad, their boyfriend, whoever, like yo, like
Yeah, someone to help
I'll
him out.
go and take it for you or whatever.
I'll
you know?
change
And
your
the
oil.
guy's
I'll
like,
do this.
shit, I gotta get my car fixed. Like, kind of just like procrastinate, you know? Like you just let it sit for a while, you know? So I kind of agree with that.
And then along those lines, and I guess we won't really go to the next version because our audience does need to vote. And
My
let us
bad,
know.
I fucked up.
That's
I
okay.
fucked
It's all
up.
good.
I
Bro.
fucked up.
You were in New
incredibly.
York.
He was on.
I really
He had
was.
New York on his mind. Isn't that a song?
New York State of mind,
Yeah, it's a New York state of mind.
Empire State of Mind.
yeah.
There
Yeah.
you
Both. All of them.
Both.
All right, see, look at I'm getting good at this.
You're versed on that,
I'm
dude.
getting good at this. So we've also been comparing
Restaurants.
fast food restaurants specifically,
I love fast food. as you can
Okay.
tell.
and so one of
All
the
of us do. Who do they talk about right now?
yeah, we did. We're fat. So we've ranked our Sweet 16 or our
There's a
unhealthy
bracket to this,
16.
or what?
There,
Yeah.
there is a bracket. We started off with McDonald's and In-N-Out. McDonald's being our first place, and it was the biggest upset, I think.
Well, you gotta explain the criteria to him though, so he understands why internet was 16.
I started with the criteria of Googling the most profitable franchises.
Okay.
And they gave me the top 9. So you have your McDonald's, you have your Burger Kings, your Subways. They included Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, and those entities.
Yeah.
10 through 16 were our at-large bids. We went with the criteria that your national franchises had to go first, your regionals last, and then we
Makes
just
sense.
went through some of them that
Yeah,
are
yeah.
in the area. So, as you know, like In-N-Out, for example, who
Or
West Coast,
regional.
West
Yeah.
Coast based.
very West Coast
Yeah, yeah,
based.
yeah.
Nobody on the East Coast is going to know who In-N-Out is. So I'm sure. Our
Oh, they know who they are, bro.
Do they?
They fucking know who they
They
are.
know.
When you-
they hate it.
Do they really?
Don't they?
I don't know. I think they love it. I think they're like, oh my god.
Well, what's the spot over there that?
Shake Shack.
Yeah.
No, but what's the other spot? Like more of a fast food spot.
White Castle?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
they have out there.
I didn't even think about adding White Castle. I don't think enough of our listeners.
Yeah,
know
no,
about
it's
White
not.
Castle.
I mean, there was a movie about it, but that was.
I actually like White Castle.
It's
I
cool.
have
It's
never
cool.
had it.
It's okay. I mean,
We missed Whataburger too. I know. I heard that's like
Oh,
fucking.
yeah.
But I've never ate it, so I don't even know.
Yeah, I never had that.
so we did the best we could, and if you don't like our pod, if our listeners don't like the way we bracketed it, please feel free to
Fuck
send us
you.
$5.
Hey, did you get reimbursed for the
Yes,
the
I did.
GoFundMe
Yeah,
that
I did. I got my $5 back. I was like, oh, that's
I
interesting.
started a GoFundMe for our page, and we only got the $5 that he sent, and then $10 that our friend sent.
That was it.
That was it.
Oh yeah.
And the
You got a
$10, yeah, I got a refund. $5. And the $10 was apparently looked at as like the initial investment,
Oh wow.
because she was like, now it's my show.
Yeah.
And we
What
said,
the
when
hell?
did it become your show? She said, because
I own a part
gave
of it.
Yeah, I own a part of it. So we have to be a little clearer next time that we're not going
I
out
just
for
started a
stock
GoFundMe
options.
because I thought it
Yeah.
was funny.
We got a whole $10.
Like you bought, like they
15,
bought a
15.
share of the show.
You know,
Yeah.
all it was buy fucking beer.
Yeah. So our first battle, I guess you could say, was
Yeah.
McDonald's versus
In-N-Out
In-N-Out.
beat the shit out of McDonald's.
It was
Rightfully so.
It was a beatdown.
So people voted for it?
Yeah, I put
Listeners?
it on Instagram.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, dude,
okay.
we have dozens of listeners, and
There was about 32 votes,
Yeah.
yeah, roughly.
Nice.
After that, we moved on to the number 2 versus number 15 bracket, which was Subway versus Domino's,
Domino's.
here, and Domino's took it pretty well.
Oh, wow.
actually.
Yeah,
So-
Domino's, there was only like 1 or 2 votes for. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was actually closer than I thought.
Was it?
I think so. I don't
Yeah,
know. I remember Domino's won though.
Domino's did definitely win. I guess some people don't care about child pornography and voted for
Oh, wow.
Subway anyway.
Or fucking bread with plastic, in it or whatever.
built into
Oh,
it.
that's
Yeah.
right. I forgot about that.
Last week we discussed the number 3 versus number 14.
Burger King and Del Taco.
Burger King and Del Taco.
Who's third? Who's 3?
3 is Burger King.
Ah, see, I'm a
National
I'm a Del Taco
franchise.
fan.
And yeah, this one was rough for me. I was honestly,
Yeah.
I was torn.
Yeah,
Because
same here.
Burger King has a better breakfast than Del Taco.
I'll just eat lunch.
Okay, so, and you can go that route, and you certainly can. It was tough.
Yeah.
So
Like to me, like I think about both of them, like they're kind of like there, like they're equally there. You know what I mean? Like I don't have either spot like too often, but like if it comes down to that like third option, like
Or
they're both
breakfast.
there. You know? Yeah, they're both like right there. You know?
I don't like Burger King because I feel like their buns are fucking like air. Like I don't feel like
Oh,
the actual
yeah.
bread. Like I feel like it's like air. Like I'm just biting into like
and your buns feel tight and thick.
well, you know, it depends on the time of the year.
Okay. You know, I think you brought that up last week, and I think my response was we should switch buns because I get the original chicken sandwich, and that bun is dense as fuck.
I will never switch buns.
No, let's switch buns, bro. Let's do this. Let's.
So what's the next one? So I gotta put all these up, so I gotta make sure I remember.
Del Taco.
So should we go on to the next competition,
What's
or
up, buddy?
should we just post what we have from last
Okay, we
week?
can just do that.
Let's.
We can do that.
I mean, we're gonna be doing this for years, so it's
Well,
not so.
not a rush.
Let us know what you think, Mr. DJ Fuze.
Uh-huh.
What would you choose, Burger King or Del Taco?
You know what? I'd have to take Del Taco
Ooh.
just because you can get a burger. You can
Yeah,
get a
you
taco,
can.
you can get a burrito.
Oh, the burrito.
You have
cheese
options,
burrito is
you know what I
so
mean?
bomb.
Yeah, and
They
chili
have
cheese
that,
fries.
like,
You
they
need
have-
chili cheese fries.
Del Taco has that hangover food, you know what I mean? Like
It's greasy.
that one day,
It's
like you're
greasy.
hungover as fuck, like
I hope I'm gonna be hungover
you
tomorrow.
can count on Del Taco, you know what I mean? Burger King, like they're good too. Like they're not my favorite like burger spot, but
Their fries are pretty good.
I love their spicy. Is it the chicken sandwich?
Spicy chicken,
That shit's
yeah.
bomb. So
And you
I
can
fuck
get-
with Burger King, but Del Taco gives you those options. You know, like you could get a burrito, you can get like shrimp tacos, like fish tacos, like
Yeah.
they have options. So
I think I have to put my backing behind Del Taco as well.
Yeah.
And it hurts because I like Burger King. I really do. I really like Burger King, but
You know what? Burger King's expensive. Is it just me or is it expensive?
I haven't eaten a Burger King in a long time, so I don't know.
you know, I go cheap.
You get the dollar.
I get the yeah, and they have like a king value meal where you get a cheeseburger and you get like a chicken sandwich and fries and a drink, and it's like $3.50.
Oh, it's not
So
bad.
yeah, it's.
I'm
so,
just doing it the wrong way. Then.
Yeah, I just get 3 of them.
I go big on all the combos. So I'm fucking.
So let us know what you think, folks.
We
We
did
did.
not bring a fucking hologram.
Yeah.
Your girl's real, right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Let us know whether you think it's easier to be a man or a woman with regard to cars, automobiles, and you interpret that how you'd like. And then
We can do 21 questions.
we also need to know whether you would rather have Burger King or Del Taco for the rest of your life.
Or what else we got?
Or what else, whatever else. I got 21 questions, Mr. DJ Fuse.
Let's go.
Okay, hold on one second. So you have to answer these to the best of your ability. We're not judging you in any way.
Let's go.
So this is the final part of the podcast. So first off, we appreciate you coming on. Secondly,
Give a shout out to any shows you're doing.
yeah, what do
anybody-
you got planned?
I mean, shout out to Power. That's what kind of like launched me as a DJ, like better my DJ career or whatever.
Mhm.
I love how you put the air quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So follow me at DJ Fuze on IG at DJ Fuze 106 on Twitter.
Go to his website. He has a bunch of fucking.
Oh, yeah,
great
my
mixes.
website.
Oh, yeah,
Great,
the
great,
website.
DJ
great.
The
Fuse.
first person we have that actually has a website. Go to his website. You have
I
upcoming
haven't
shows.
updated
and
it in a
stuff?
minute, but
Nah, dude, those mixes on there are so sweet,
Thank
though,
you.
man.
at DJFuseLA.com.
Check
I have
him out.
A bunch of my mixes on there.
If you're a chick, listen to the sweater
Sweater.
weather
There's like I
music.
feel like there's like something for everybody. You know, like there's something for the hip hop head. Like there's something for like the Coachella, like
Yep.
indie, like alternative rock type of person. Like just go check it out, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So these are the most 21 awkward questions that you're
Oh,
probably
wow.
ever going to be asked in your life. So
Just so you know, everybody answers these.
yeah.
So we've answered them, both of us. They're not that bad. Just fucking answer them
Let's
the best
go
of your
already.
ability.
All right. Question number 1, do you want kids?
Yes.
Question number 2, do
Wait,
you...
wait, wait, wait.
Oh.
Is it just like a one-word answer, or like?
Oh, I mean, you can
elaborate?
You can elaborate if you
Yeah,
like.
of
Oh,
course,
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. Just making
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, do you want to elaborate on
I
that?
mean, yeah, the kids.
How many?
Dude, I have 3 cats, and I know it's nothing close to comparing that to a kid, but like, they're a handful. Like, they're a fucking handful. So I'm like,
Kevin looks at him as dinner, so don't trip.
Oh, could never eat a kid.
but yeah, like one kid, I think 2 max. I mean, you know, like if I had to choose, you know.
Yeah, there's something about having 2 kids. Like, you can still play man-to-man defense on it. Once there's 3, you gotta go zone. And they will exploit that zone defense. I swear to God, there's something about it. Question number 2, do you enjoy anal? Yeah, it got real. We went 0 to
I
60
guess-
real quick, huh?
At one point,
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Question number 3, have you sharded?
Oh, all the time.
Okay. Number 4, what is your favorite fast food place?
In and out. Easy call.
Question number
I just had it
5.
last night. My fat ass.
I wanted it today, but then he said I'm gonna talk about
Dog,
it.
the line was long, dude. Like,
That's the
okay,
thing I
normally I'll wait, okay, but I have to be car 1 or 2 after the drive-thru.
I get it. I agree.
This one went back to the
Past-
entrance of where you
The
could go
exit-
into
the exit of the other.
you could go into the you couldn't get into the U.S. Bank. Cars were blocking it.
So when you text me you're on your way, he's like, I'm gonna get food, and I was like, all right, he's like, what do you want? In-N-Out, Del Taco, or
Flame Broiler, yeah.
Or not Del Taco. I'm sorry, Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever you want, I'm fine. And then that's when I text you if you want anything. And he's like, I'm gonna get Taco Bell. That's when I text you. I'm gonna get. And I was like, damn, I really was hoping he'd say In-N-Out.
You know what? If there were 4 less cars in line, I was gonna go in and out. But when I came around the corner and I saw where I was gonna be, I was gonna be hanging out from the entrance. I was like,
It can be like 11 p.m. and there's still like 6 cars in line.
So there's an In-N-Out right here on the street, right?
Yeah.
If I'm ever going like to the little shopping center to get whatever, and I'm like somewhat hungry, and I see the fucking speaker box where you
Yeah,
place
yeah,
your order,
yeah.
and there's only one car right there,
You go
I
for it.
I,
No matter
I
what.
go for it
No matter
because
what.
I'm not gonna like get those kind of moments very very
You
many
jump
times
on
in your
them.
life. You know
You
what I mean?
jump
Like,
on them,
you
yeah.
go. I'm not even hungry. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I just ate like an hour ago, but fuck it, I'm getting that double, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
You got to. You got
like
to.
I set a number. Like I looked and I went, okay, if I can get to be number 1 or 2 car, because you know the drive-through wraps around and it comes out, so the cars waiting in line to order can block the out.
So, buddy, just I don't even want to laugh at this, but it's
Let's read it. Come on.
read it out loud.
Buddy says, ever since the chicks got killed at the one by my house in La Mirada, it's been dead.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
He's talking about the In-N-Out.
What chicks got killed by the
I
one?
don't know. Obviously, it wasn't on the news.
You were okay. So he lives in La Habra.
No, La Mirada. He's fucking OC.
What In-N-Out in La Mirada?
I don't think I know that one.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
I know a lot of In-N-Outs.
The one by.
Yeah, I don't know
Is
that
it the one on Lambert, buddy? Is it the one on Lambert by the Home Depot? Hit us up. Let us know. Question number 5. Biggest fear.
Losing my parents.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that got serious.
Yeah.
Buddy, don't
Yeah,
answer
yeah.
yet. Buddy, don't answer yet.
let's not kill the buzz.
Question number 6. Your favorite chick flick.
Chick flick.
Oh, the one off the 5 freeway.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
by
okay,
the Harbor
okay.
Freight.
Yeah.
Harmonita and all
By the
that.
Harbor
Yeah,
Freight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Chick flick. What's that one movie? The what's that one movie,
I
dude?
don't know. You gotta give us a little more than that.
It's like
Titanic.
no.
Gangs
It's
of New
another
York.
one where
The Notebook.
yeah.
Oh,
Kevin
If I
hates,
had to choose, like that's the only one I kind of
Kevin hates that movie.
fucking
Yeah.
hate that book. Favorite your dream vacation destination.
That's a good one right there. Spain, like Ibiza or something like that.
Run with the Bulls.
Yeah. No,
He
no,
said
no, 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 Ibiza, like the beach.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the beach, right?
I don't know.
Down by
I
the
never
beach,
been there.
man.
Yeah, yeah,
Right near the
Mediterranean
beach,
beach.
boy.
yeah. No, not like the inside part of Spain, like the
The outside
beach
part.
part. Yeah, yeah, Mediterranean.
Favorite drink.
Shit. I mean, I guess It's this Monster right here. Like that's my go-to, you know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No coffee?
I fuck with coffee.
Are you a caffeine freak?
Yeah, I am.
I don't fucking know
I
caffeine.
am.
He doesn't.
I fuck with coffee.
I do iced coffee. Do you dream in color?
Wait, what?
Do you dream in color?
When you dream, do you dream in color?
Oh.
Shit.
Go ahead, you can.
Dream in color? Yeah, I guess.
Some people don't know. That's okay.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like, you know,
You're gonna think about it now.
I gotta think about it.
It's hard for me to remember like some of my dreams, but some of them stick with me. Those nightmares.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna be thinking about that next time.
You wake up in the morning, you're gonna be like,
Yeah, like, what's
oh,
the color?
I need to let Kevin Richard know. Fucking, do I dream in color or not?
Question number 10: chicken or steak?
Chicken.
11: soup or salad?
What's up, D?
What up, D?
Time she joined us.
I know. How you been all day? What the fuck?
I think soup because I'm Mexican and there's like you can go different
Pozole.
routes with it,
Like
like
boldigas?
pozole, menudo, and all that. Like, it might not even be healthy, but like there's different types of sopas, you know. So
Dee says
Soup.
she's been
Menudo?
menudo.
When you're all hungover and shit?
She's been busy flicking her bean.
There she is.
Question number 12.
She said she was on a date.
Oh, one leg or two?
Yeah. Does he have both arms?
Don't know. Favorite position?
Missionary.
Would you rather fart in an elevator or fall in public?
Fall in public because I'm a clumsy motherfucker and it's happened so many times that like I'm so used to it already. Like I'm cool with that.
Disneyland or California Adventure?
Ah, damn. I'm not a big fan of either, but if I had to choose, Disneyland just because it's old school, you know. It's a
Shaved or all natural?
shade.
In the word association game, what comes to mind when I say masturbate?
Self pleasure. Shit, loving yourself.
Somebody said head. Or what did they say? Or no, I said all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Every day.
Someone said, ew. Would you rather outgrow your jeans or go bald?
Go bald.
Would you
Yeah,
rather?
you got a full head of hair though.
Ah, shit, dude. Nah, yeah, go bald. I'll
Wow.
go with that one. Yeah.
It's not bad being balding. Balding. If my son ever listens to this, balding. I'm not bald. Your dad's not bald.
Balding.
I can grow hair, just not as much as I used to. Would you rather barf or get the squirts?
Barf all day.
Ugh.
Nah?
Yeah, I get. All right.
He'd rather. I'd rather get the squirts. I can't
Yeah,
throw up.
yeah.
It hurts so bad.
Really?
to throw up. Oh god, it hurts.
Nah,
so
yeah,
bad.
like that's one of my fears, like freaking like having the shits and like just having to go and like you're
I
just
think
stuck.
my fear would be having the shits and then being on an airplane.
Right?
Because
Dude, I always like every time I fly I'm
you gotta
like
take a shit before you go on the airplane.
yeah,
right?
it's like
Yeah.
dog, like you don't want to take a shit in that little thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
bad.
you'll be that.
I don't know how people have sex in those bathrooms. They are so fucking.
It's probably
small.
been a long time since somebody's had sex in those bathrooms.
That's
dude.
true. Yeah, nowadays. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Bin Laden.
Thanks a lot, Osama. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Shitty job or shitty relationship?
Oh shit.
Don't worry, she's not listening.
Ah.
Unless you tell her.
Hope she
to-
does. You've been saying nothing but good things about her all podcast.
Yes, it's true.
Damn, I'm kind of buzzing right now. Like, I don't even want to answer that one. A shitty job.
There you go. There you go. Safe answer. And the last question, you have to give up one of these for a year, Mr. DJ Fuze. Would you rather give up your phone, sex, or bathing?
Phone, sex, or bathing. I think it'd probably be bathing, you know what I mean? 'Cause it's like the phone, it's like,
You need
we're
it.
stuck on that shit, like,
It's honest.
you know what I mean? And my lady, like, she's like next to me every night, like,
Yeah, you got
You know
She'll
what I
figure it
mean?
out. She'll accept it.
No one has ever said sex, by the way.
Yeah, nobody.
It's
I think
always
sex
been,
has never been mentioned.
it's a tough one.
it's always been phone or bathing, and sometimes one leads to another. Well, thank you so much for joining us today,
Is there
Mr.
any
DJ
last thing
Fuze.
you want to plug or whatever? Like,
Man, shout out to you guys, like, it was fun.
you have a good time?
The drinks were flowing, like, I'm still here. If you guys want to keep on talking, let's, if you guys want to go home,
What
we
do you
got
wanna
work the
do?
next day, let's,
I'm down. It don't matter to me. We
no,
got.
I'm just saying,
You had, I had,
You gotta get closer to the mic, bro.
I know. Not gonna do it right now though.
The last comment on there was ha ha ha.
Oh, from D.
Oh, she doesn't like it when you say that a girl is flicking her bean.
Oh, okay.
She's also the sister of the. I don't know if you remember the conversation we had where, I was like, dude, my friend like loves your sweater weather mix. The first one.
Oh, okay.
She's a sister of her.
Oh, okay, okay.
So,
What's up?
yeah, she was like every time she's like, oh my god, this is my mix. She loves
Yeah.
it. Yeah, so she's all about it.
Go.
Joe, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I was just thinking, which is the prettier sister, Joe or D?
I'm not even gonna get into that.
D, let's toss this question out to you if you're still there. Do you think you're prettier than your sister? And we'll see what she says there.
Damn, that was fast.
She said I'm the pretty one.
That took like 0.5 seconds. I
Wow.
didn't have to think about it.
Amanda Jameson, do you want to know something different? Are you okay with that?
Nah, shit.
I got some good shit. What else are you gonna ask?
Well, nothing from D. She's obviously a liar.
Nope.
She put me.
Me, nope.
I don't know what that means.
I don't-
Eckenberg.
D. Eckenberg, yeah.
Which-
D flicks the bean. That's her website. Check
T
her out.
Flicks the Big, that's her website, is that what you
That's her
said?
website.
That's awesome.
She does cam work, where you can like watch her crack eggs with her feet and stuff like
Oh,
that.
shit,
It's-
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
she's,
okay.
she's creepy.
There she is.
Yeah. So
She where did she, I think she went to San Diego this weekend or this past weekend, right?
porn
No.
convention.
I don't know. Her friend. Sometimes I think her friend is like a porn star. She's a little crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So D's one of our longtime quiet listeners.
She's actually one of our most consistent listeners. Honestly.
Yeah. Even though she claims she hates it, she has like a weird fetish for like amputees. Yeah. Like we've tried to like. We don't want to make fun of her for it, but she just like is into people with missing limbs.
Yeah, we're all into like different shit, you know.
She
like
was
secret
dating,
shit.
she was dating a guy with one leg,
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
but she
Whatever
didn't
you're
know.
into.
She didn't know originally.
Oh,
though.
she didn't know. Okay, that's different.
I mean, you have to sleep with the guy a couple times before you realize it's like,
She said she's dying.
but you know, I mean, everybody's got their own things.
This is straight, dude. So you have to like this.
One dude is into marrying, you know, video game. What are they? The projections, holograms. And D likes amputees. D loves amputees. That should be her next website. D loves amputees.
Oh wow.
I wonder how many fucking views she would get. And she has a private snap.
I bet you she could.
You get subscribed for $5.99 a month.
You'd have to charge more because it's one of those creepy, weird things.
I think we talked about this last time
Weird things.
or last week.
Weird.
You don't pay for porn, right?
Hell no.
Like
I write it off on the company tab.
I feel like that's a weird thing to pay for. Like why would
Shit's
anybody?
free.
Exactly,
Yeah,
it's
just
free
say
everywhere.
fuck
Like,
you, woman.
why the fuck would you pay for it? Like it doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't
It's
know.
like I feel like you'd have to be like super like hardcore like into it like to have to pay for it.
Like you into the craft.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
even okay, like so like
There's an art behind it.
so like I know you said that like
And
with
Jim
you have
and Frank and
you have like access to certain record pools, right?
Yeah.
With where you work and what you do, right? So like I pay for mine, but like you can download music for free. Like you can.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like if you came
Yeah,
down to
yeah.
like and I needed to like do a party and I didn't want to pay the 35, 25, 20, whatever it is a month, like you can still rock the party and figure it out. But like I understand why we would pay for it because these mixes or these types of songs, they're tailored
For sure.
for us. You mean for
sure.
for mixing the music.
and you want to get good quality
Sound
music.
and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
But like when you're like just trying to rub one out, like you don't. Does it matter? Like you have the whole fucking video. Like the video
All
you're looking at is
5.
8 minutes, but the real video is 26. Does it matter? Like
You want the HD, like
Yeah.
fucking high definition.
this is
So-
Kevin's shit right here. Just so you know, this is about Kevin's about to go off right now. No pun intended.
How much do you pay per month?
No, the company card. So there, I don't know if some of those websites like Pornhub, for example, I know they have like the exclusive memberships that you can do. I don't know how much they are.
I would assume like $50 a month or something like that.
Now I can see if you're into something very specific, like D does amputees, and you were into that one thing. However much you were into it, you have to run the cost-benefit ratio analysis to see, is it worth it to just focus on D does amputees and pay $19.99 a month versus, all right, I'll just watch gangbangs for free. So, that's kind of everybody's preference. So I can see how if you're into something specific, you would pay for said specific website category.
That makes sense.
Real quick, how did that taste? Is that all right?
Don't do that during the
You know
middle of a
what?
porn conversation, dude.
I'm kind of whack.
Wrong question.
So like that's why I was like whistling. Like every time I took a sip, I was like. But
It tastes that.
it's good though. Like
You don't
like
like
what's
it?
No, bro. Like I'm enjoying this shit.
Okay, well,
It's a little strong. I'm not like a straight drinker like that.
I know. Well, that's the reason why I asked, because it's like not a drink you really.
Yeah,
You're not
I'm more
supposed
of
to
a
mix
beer.
it.
I'm more of a beer guy. So
I
like,
had the
no,
condoms.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Sure,
good.
I got you a beer.
Buddy, to answer your question, it's 6.
6 what? Inches?
No. How many porn stars can you name before you're kind of into porn? And he's asking for a friend. So if you can name 6 porn stars, 6 you're into sex. That's what we say around our forums.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can name 6.
Probably, but I'm just saying, I would have to like
I'll
really.
probably do like 2 or 3. That's it.
He has a favorite. What was her name? Byrne something.
Jasmine Byrne.
That's his shit right there.
Okay, so this past weekend I was doing research for the company, and
Which is looking at porn.
I found out how old she was. She's like almost our age,
And she's old for porn.
Yeah, that's old for porn. And
It was funny. She's probably in a bad category because she's not old enough to be a MILF, but not young enough to be like
she had to.
a
She was
teenager.
yeah.
Like,
So she kind of falls in like a weird category. She moved down a little bit in my rankings, but yeah, 6 is the answer, buddy. 6.
so you traveling anywhere anytime soon, or?
That's an odd segment.
Shit.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm tired of talking about porn.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm doing
I'm gonna go
Tahoe.
research right now.
Tahoe.
Yeah,
Ooh, I like
Reno,
Tahoe.
in January. What else am I doing? No, other than that, it's pretty local.
Pretty
You know,
local.
yeah, like Orange County.
Where's that place? The Copper House or whatever I see.
Copper Door?
Yeah.
Santa
yeah.
Ana.
Oh, okay.
Santana.
Santana, home.
Thank you.
Is that a cool spot or what?
It's cool. Yeah, it's one of those spots where like they have a bar area, they have pool tables, they have a dance floor.
Damn, that shit's loud as fuck.
This.
Yeah, I can hear it.
It's like one of those spots, like it's kind of unique. You can like go and do whatever you want. Like, you can pop a bottle, you can go dance, you can chill by the bar, pool tables, like.
What's the craziest thing you've seen go down in a bar? And you may have to repeat that if.
Mariscos, I'll never know what that guy's name is. Or girl.
Oh, Mariscos del Gordo? Oh, that's a homie right there.
Yeah, he said what's
He
up.
owes me a miche.
Oh,
a
fuck.
michelada.
You better pay off, bro. Pay up.
Nah, he doesn't know me a miche, but he's gonna hook me up.
What do you mean?
No, he's been saying like he wants to hook me up with a michelada. So.
Is it a bar or?
No, he sells micheladas.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I met him at Ixapa like a month ago.
You gotta bring him on the podcast. Bring us some
Hey, bro.
micheladas.
Yeah, you wanna get on the podcast? Make some micheladas?
Yeah, come down, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm down to drink some fucking
Like,
micheladas.
I got you guys.
Damn. So I bet you're gonna meet some fucking cool ass people on. He says he's in a hot, bro.
Oh shit. Okay.
Damn. I don't know if that's a little fucking.
He's working. Is that the shrimp emoji or what?
I don't know. I can't tell. I think because this fucking guy is a damn.
He's like, send the address. Maybe for like a feature episode.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I hope you want to come back on, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
You know,
of course. It's fun.
not too serious, right?
Nah, not too serious.
What did you expect when I hit you up about this? Nothing.
Honestly, kind of like how like, we're just chilling, like just talking shit, you know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. You know, I'm always worried, like, when people that like don't know, like they don't listen, because like it's just the truth. Like we have people that come on that like never heard the show, which is fine. We're not tripping on that. I think they think it's like way more intense or way more serious than what it really is.
Yeah.
And then they come on and it's like we're not doing anything but
Just
fucking
kicking it.
bullshitting. Like we're
Just
just
having a drink and you're talking shit.
there's a fucking mic in front of us. Like that's the
Yeah,
only
that's all it
difference. You know
is.
what I mean? So I just think
Don't
that.
think about it too much. Just you know, just conversate.
Yeah. What's up, Kev?
I'm just reading through. Did he answer the question that I asked a while
Who?
ago? What's the craziest thing or oddest story you've had
Oh, at a.
from bars and clubs or wherever you've been?
Okay, I just remembered right now. At first, I was like, damn, I had to think about it. There was this one time. I'm not gonna name the spot, but
Gardens.
no, this is a long time ago. I was DJing, and then out of nowhere, like a freaking girl was like dancing like crazy in front of me. Next thing you know, like she like does a dance move and she like freaking hits my laptop and it falls over and it like cracks.
Did it break?
Yeah, bro. So I had to like jump on with the other DJ's laptop and like keep it going.
Ruined the fucking night for sure.
Yeah, like.
Did you were you able to hit up the bar and be like, hey dude, like you gotta fucking buy me the laptop, or you just like,
No, because I mean we talked about it, but it's a spot that's like looked out for me for a minute, so
you just kind of like accepted
yeah,
his loss?
yeah, and they've always taken care of me, so like
You don't want to burn the relationship.
Yeah. So we were cool about it, you know. We didn't like get all serious and like let's go to court and shit, you know, like for what, you know.
For $1,000, yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. What's going on over there?
No, just my notes. These are for long, you know, for
So
history.
you were missing in action earlier.
I was going to pee.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Mariscos, what was it?
Mariscos el Gordo.
He said he's gonna bring down some fucking
He mixes
Micheladas.
micheladas, like his
Oh,
own mix,
yeah.
and then he like tops them with like shrimp,
Oh,
and then he
So
wants
he
to hook you guys up.
he said he's gonna come down.
I'm down.
With Fuze next time. But you just call him Fuze, dude.
who? Mr. DJ Fuze here? I'll bring a guest to eat my shrimp.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
My guy.
Yep. I'm the only Asian you'll ever meet that doesn't eat any seafood.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Not
my shit.
any
not your thing?
seafood?
I mean, I've eaten a clam or two. A furry clam. No.
I don't even know where we're going to at
I
this
added
point.
the
Yeah.
What are we sipping on? What is it?
So this is
Gin and juice.
Is it nasty?
It's a little strong, but it's cool. Like
Okay, so it's an 18-year-old whiskey,
Better than 16.
better than 16, so it's adult.
Okay.
It's old enough to smoke.
Yeah.
It's just a Kirkland brand. Like I have like some other ones that are like,
Costco brand. Or
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good, dude. Like honestly, like you're drinking it straight, which is how you should drink whiskey.
Yeah.
But like what we were drinking earlier, which is Jameson, or he's drinking Seagram 7. Like you can mix it with Sprite, it tastes amazing, right?
Yeah.
But this right here, like I know it's strong, I get it. Like you mean, but the more you drink it, like your palate starts getting like cleared, and it's just like, and then it's smooth and it's
Just slides right down
Clear
your
your
throat.
throat.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kevin. Nothing slides down my throat.
Oh, okay.
But
Not even whiskey.
oh shit, Yvette's on. Should we call Yvette?
What's up, Yvette?
Call her.
Call into the
You know,
show.
I don't even know if I have her number.
I don't have her
I've
number
never
either. I mean, I do, but it's on my phone. That's
Yeah.
being recording.
You know, I don't
So
know.
Yvette is our friend named Coco. She goes by
Coco.
Coco. She moved to fucking Idaho, and
Coco? Is that her real name?
no, her name's Yvette.
okay.
But she goes by
Oh, we
Coco.
do have her number.
Call her.
Yeah, let's see if this is still her number. This will be-
She's a mess, dude.
Where's she originally from?
Montebello.
Oh, okay.
You do have my number.
I do. I don't know why.
What's up, Yvette?
Hey,
What are you doing? So we have DJ Fuse in the building.
And
Wanna say
you
what's up?
are live and on air with the If I Said It, I Meant It podcast.
Hey.
I figured.
Where's your friend Raina at?
She's at home.
Oh, we don't want to talk to you without her then.
What?
You heard what I said. Can you say hi to DJ Fuse?
Hi,
Yeah.
DJ Fuse.
You're being
Hold
super
on.
rude right now, so.
Have you ever listened to Power 106?
Nah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Yeah. Well,
But I also listen to Kiss FM.
oh, hey, shh. We don't say the other station on here, dude.
Ooh. We don't deal with Clear Channel.
So I wanted you to tell him the sharding story.
Oh,
The
fuck.
sharding story.
Yeah.
Talk
You
about it.
probably remember it better than I do.
What do you mean? You were there when you sharded.
I wasn't there.
Speak on it.
What was I doing? I think
Talk
we were
that
going
shit.
out
You,
that day.
you said you were cleaning your house and you said you felt a fart. So you farted and then all of a sudden you felt shit rolling down your fucking back of your
No,
leg.
see, now you're over exaggerating.
Oh, damn it. Well, then you tell the story
Let's keep
then.
it real. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. I think I was getting ready to go out or something, and I was like running to my room. And I farted, but it felt a little warm. And I
I do shart a
It
little.
happens.
Okay, so there's this place called Jim's Burger in Pico Rivera. They sell this thing called the DUI, which is
Jim's, is that on Rosemead?
a telegraph. Yeah, well, close to it.
There is
I
one.
feel
There
like
is
I've been
one
there.
on Rosemead.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been there.
The north side.
It's on Telegraph and
Oh, okay,
Passings,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
And there's this thing called the DUI, which is chili cheese fries, pastrami, carne asada on top.
Mhm.
Bomb as fuck, right? So we're there at Gardens, the original Gardens, and we're eating, or I'm eating, and she's like, oh my god, let me tell you guys a story. So I'm fucking eating this thing. So picture what chili cheese fries, carne asada, and pastrami on top of it looks like, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
grumbling
what
this.
she like.
That's when she fucking told us a story about her sharding.
Oh,
And I started eating it, and I looked at her and I was like, really, Yvette? You just fucking told me this story? Like, really? I fucking had to close my fucking food up and throw it away because I fucking felt so disgusted. And she just thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
It was a perfect moment.
That's crazy. Can I say a thing real quick?
Of course.
Like, I know this is like super random, but like, you know how like people get grossed out when like people take a shit or
Yeah.
like people throw up? Like, I don't get grossed out by that
That's fine.
for whatever reason.
I do. I get
Like people
fucked
like, oh, like I want to barf. Like someone just like took a shit. Like someone just barfed. Like I don't. Like I don't know why.
to me.
That's just me.
Ugh. I'd rather drink a fucking bottle of whiskey
Really?
straight than have to fucking look at somebody take a shit.
So I guess when I have a kid, like I'm gonna be alright.
You'll be fine.
I'll
You'll be good. I'm the one that's
Be
gonna be like, oh, get this kid away from me.
Yeah.
So what's up, Yvette? What are you doing in Idaho?
Nothing, laying in bed.
Oh, where's Rick
My
at?
cat, he's out working.
Idaho, damn, what's going on over there?
Nothing. They're inventing the internet out there.
Idaho.
Hey, you should get DJ Fuze a fucking job out there, dude.
Oh, that's right. Go to one of the clubs in downtown. It's called China Blue.
Yeah, China Blue, that's the
Let's
place.
go.
Why are you suggesting that bar?
I've only been in there once, and that's where all the BSU kids go to.
Yeah, the BSU kids, is that what you're gonna call it?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
all the athletes.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, Yvette, you're not really adding too much to this podcast, so we're gonna hang up on you because we
Yeah.
thought you were gonna be way funnier, but you're
I
obviously
know, I'm
sober.
not drunk. I'm
Yeah.
sober.
Get on our level.
You
Yeah,
guys
well-
are talking to Yvette right now, and not Coco.
He wanted to know. I think he thought he knew somebody named Coco from fucking.
No, because when I was in high school, like there was a girl like that went as Coco.
That's Coco.
This is in Santa Ana though. So
Santana.
Yeah.
So
You're
that's
not
why I
that-
asked, that's
You're
why
not.
I
You're not
asked.
that cool, Yvette.
Yeah, I'm not that cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Yvette. Well, this has sucked. Thank you so much. We're sorry we had you on. Have a good night.
Good night.
So she was on one time and she called this a podcast.
prod.
Yeah, she was drunk and she had notes. I actually have that in the podcast
Archives.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
She has notes and she wrote podcast like 5 times, like spelled it out because she kept calling it a podcast. It was awesome, dude.
Still screwed it up.
Yeah.
Broadcast.
She wrote down her own question.
What was the question?
I don't even
forget.
remember, but she wrote it down and then like couldn't even answer it. It was an awful show. It
So-
was an awful show.
So since we're like totally not even on topic, so like
We
I
didn't.
know you're a big Dodger fan.
Yeah.
I know you just went to Dodger Stadium, whatever, to like do a
Yeah.
tour, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think they're gonna do this offseason? Like with Manny Machado and like Bryce Harper and you
You
need
know
to
what?
sign.
Like I'm kind of like I'm wondering that shit. Like what's gonna happen? Obviously Kershaw's back. Ryu's back. I don't know. What do you think?
I hope they resign. Okay, so you can speak on you both. You guys can speak on this way better than I can because you guys are in relationships, and you know I haven't been in a relationship like 12 years, so I don't even know what it is to like have a conversation with like a girl and be like, "Hey, I have a job offer and it's here, there, whatever." Right? I think Machado's gonna stay. I think he's gonna resign with
Think
us,
so?
and the only reason is because I think his girl loves it out here. So
I didn't even know that part.
That makes a
The
huge
girl part.
difference.
okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys, and I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I'm only going off of whatever fucking social media like shows me, right? If your girl was like, look it, and you come to her and you say, hey, I could make, in his case,
Mhm.
$30 million a year in New York, or I could make $25 million a year in LA. Like I know it's a lot of money, so let's dumb it down. Let's dumb it down
Yeah.
to like a normal person. So you can make $80,000 a year
Mhm.
in LA or $100,000 a year in New York. Like
I'd stay in LA.
Okay,
But that's different because he's not from out here.
he's not.
Where's he
Yeah.
from originally?
Miami.
Florida? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what I'm getting at is she loves it out here. That it's like we don't need that extra. Like you're already rich. Like you're fucking like $5 million a year is not that. I mean, over 10 years it's 50 million. I get it, it's a lot of money, but you could overcome that in endorsements.
Yeah.
I just feel like his chick's gonna like convince him to like stay here. Like
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
That's what's
I
up.
don't know. I just. I mean, so neither of you guys have ever like clicked on her page or
No.
Machado's wife? She hot?
so. Yeah, she's pretty.
I would assume
To be honest, like I don't even remember him having a chick like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Okay, so when he signed with us, I tweeted him.
Wait, is she hot?
She's pretty good looking.
Okay.
Like I mean, it's not like all like oh my god. She's a very good looking girl.
Mhm. Of course she's hot. Come on.
Yeah.
What kind of question
So
is that?
I tweeted him like, hey, congratulations on being a Dodger. Just do me a favor and don't date a Kardashian.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then I had a bunch of people retweet me like,
That's dope.
oh, he's married, like da da da. He's like all this shit, right? So whatever. You know, people are
after a
stupid.
while you're like, thanks.
Whatever.
Like,
I
it
was
a
just
joke.
joking. Yeah. So
See, that's what happens when celebrities retweet
His-
other celebrities, bro.
his dog is named Kobe. Like she named the dog Kobe.
You got
like,
number 8.
He got number 8. Like I just feel like he's gonna re-sign with us. I know, granted, everything tells me on ESPN and on any baseball
Wants to be
fucking.
Yankee.
Yeah, he wants to be Yankee.
Yeah.
He want to be here. But you guys know better than me. If your girl was like, I know this is what you want to do, but I want to be here. What are you guys doing?
You're going.
Ah, that's tough, bro.
Now, the only other thing that could happen, and this is just to kind of piggyback off of what you said, she could stay out here.
Yeah, but he's
And
he's,
he
he's
could
working
go
like
to
8
the-
months a year, dude.
Yeah, no, I get it. Baseball players also do long travels, so even
They
if,
play like fucking 28 days a month or some shit like
yeah,
that.
so there's a lot of times where even if he did stay here, he's not gonna be home. He's gonna be on a 6-game road trip.
Yeah, but-
okay? I get it. Okay, that's the only other thing that I think could happen is family stays and then you go work and figure that out. So that could happen. But wives have a huge influence on where you choose to go. LeBron James' wife had a huge influence in him going back to Cleveland and also coming out here because where are you happiest? Where do you want? And then a lot of it is, okay, so how do you know how old Machado is?
He's like 26.
Okay, so he's got probably 10 more years of baseball, right?
No, he has more than that, but he has probably 8 more years of solid.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so 8 more years of solid, depending on what happens. Because baseball players can, from time to time, drop off quick,
Quick,
and
Well, that's
then
any
it's
sport,
just
though.
done. So we don't know what time will tell. But basically, he's got 2 more contracts, right? Pretty much, you would say
Yeah.
he's got 2 more
Yeah,
contracts.
like secure contract. Yeah.
So she's here. I can see him, if she wants to stay, going someplace else, and wherever they go, most of the time, wives, kids, family, they don't want to uproot. They don't want to hop from place to place to
Yeah.
place. So wherever she wants to stay,
Comfortable.
they're going to get the hometown discount. So whether he goes to New York and they go, his next contract will be
Yeah, but that's
at
gonna be
New
10
York.
years later though.
5.
No, he's gonna sign a 10-year deal, dude.
You think he'll get a
Yes.
10-year
You
deal?
can't do that
Yes, he's
fucking
gonna
Mike
sign-
Trout shit.
10 years, 300 million, 30 million a year.
So you think he's got 1 contract left? Like
No,
one,
you
like
have
one.
two. No, you have 2. Exactly what you said. He has 2. Because when he becomes 35, he's gonna be able to sign another contract. He's gonna sign until he's 40.
3 year, 4
Yeah.
He'll play till he's 40.
Dude,
I
a lot
don't-
of baseball players
Oh,
play till he's 40.
Well, no, a lot
Look
of
at
baseball
fucking
players.
what's
Chase
the,
Utley's
what's
fucking
the dude
old
with
as fuck.
what's the dude with the Angels?
Albert Pujols?
Pujols.
Yeah,
He's
look
old
at
as
him.
fuck.
Okay. I don't think a lot of baseball players play till they're
There's
40.
more baseball players that play to the 40 than any other sport.
Oh, that I don't disagree with.
So therefore, he's gonna be able to sign another contract. It might not be as lucrative, but he's gonna sign another contract.
So you think he'll sign a 10-year deal?
Yeah, I think so. Is that a bit much?
No, that was a drink right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Strong?
a little strong, but it's good. It's good.
I feel like you're drinking it faster than me, so
Oh shit, oh shit.
yeah. So it's pretty tasty. Don't act like it's not.
So where's Machado going? Is he staying or is he
I think
leaving?
he's staying, dude. I think he's staying.
I don't
and
think he's
I think that
staying.
like makes sense for us, and then we can put Turner or Corey Seager at second.
Like you know what? It kind of like sucks saying this, but like I feel like he has a better chance of winning here than in New York.
Yeah.
Even though we've
I
lost
agree.
the past 2 World Series, you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
New York, they have that history. They have so many championships. I get it.
Did you go to World Series game?
Not this year. I went
Okay,
last year.
I went last year
I
too.
went
So
last year, game 2.
I went to game 2 too.
Uh,
Where did you sit?
Lower level. I had like reserve seats, but
Yeah.
I got down to the
Me
bottom.
too. Me too. Me too. So I told myself both years I'm not gonna buy a hat until it says World Series champions on it.
Yeah, I bought them both years.
Yeah, well, I had to buy them after. So I went to Lids and it was buy one, get one half off. And these were 50% off already.
shit.
So I got 2 hats for $30. So I was like,
I got it for $40.
yeah,
Sure, weird.
I waited till the season ended because, you know, what's okay? What are you looking at?
Just Googling.
Googling some shit.
What do you get you into whiskeys, dude?
Huh?
What do you get you into some whiskeys? Like some solid whiskeys, you know, like,
I,
what?
I don't think Machado's going to sign a 10-year deal.
Not
I'm not
with
saying
the
you're wrong.
Dodgers or not at all.
I'm not saying the Dodgers have to sign him 10 year. I'm saying he's gonna sign a 10-year deal, whether it's with the Dodgers or not. I just think that
I can
he's
see
gonna
6
stay.
and 6. I can see, but
Dude,
like,
baseball's
I'm not
different
saying
though.
yeah, I get
Fucking
it.
Giancarlo Stanton signed a 13-year deal.
My
You know,
question is
he's-
like
he's
why
earned
why,
like $4
like, why is
for
it
that.
like taking so long, or is it like
That's how baseball works. It's not. They go to the winter meetings,
Yeah.
that's true, that's true.
so it's not like basketball where like like the minute free agency hits, everyone's like signing and shit. It's like what the
They're-
fuck?
yeah, they've already talked about it. They're done. It's just a matter of signing the paperwork.
Were you surprised when LeBron signed with the Lakers, or did you have some insight because you're at the
Like I'll never forget where I was. I was on the fucking 710 freeway, like driving to Long Beach or Lakewood or something, and I just like got that
Destination doesn't
notification
matter,
on
huh?
my phone, like from Lakeshore Report or something, like LeBron signed with the Lakers 5 years or 4 years or whatever it was.
Do you know who Mally Mal 85 is?
Who?
Mally Mal 85. I don't know who that is.
Maybe.
It's not one of our
I
one
don't
of
know.
our followers.
We know all 10 of ours.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
What's up?
Yo.
Where the fuck was I when he found out he signed?
I think I was at work.
And my boy C's, motherfucker used to be a Laker fan, but now he's a Clipper fan.
What the hell?
He was riding in the like passenger seat right next to me. He was like, nah, fuck no. Like LeBron's not going to. He was like hating. He was hating. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, nah, you're fucking with me. I'm like, dog, look at my phone. Like he's a fucking
Yeah, he's a
Laker.
Laker, yeah.
He couldn't believe it and shit.
Dude, I was pretty excited. I mean, we haven't had a big signing since fucking I don't even like Shaq, I guess, like the last big
Yeah,
signing.
big signing.
Because everybody else we traded for,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still don't think he's making finals this year. Though I
Maybe
am
finals.
LeBron.
Oh, I don't think so either. But I think we're gonna be good, man. We're beating
But I-
Portland
Here's what I will
Portland
say.
Trailblazers right now.
We had
I'm
this.
kinda drunk,
We had this. We had this argument when he first came. Of, I'm starting to believe that he can make the Western Conference Finals. I'm starting to believe that more and more since the Rockets have like
Imploded.
kind of fallen apart, and they
And the
should-
Portland Trailblazers are the second team as far as record goes.
Yeah, but it's also the beat. You don't put much stock.
We're not
into
even
the-
20 games in yet.
Exactly.
A lot of people are saying that like it's early for the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like 20 games into the season, they're gonna like start to like kick it up a notch. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
that's all. That's
You
been.
know what I
the
mean?
case.
So it's like it's early. So I mean, we'll see. Hopefully that's the case.
So your boy Marisco's
Mariscos el gordo.
he wants to know what do we think about the rumor about Kobe getting out of retirement to play LeBron.
No, it's not
I
gonna
think
happen.
it's false as fuck. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. Kobe. I mean, we saw Kobe like his last year. Like he was.
terrible, dude.
Yeah.
he was
I love
terrible.
Kobe.
I did
It
too.
was his
He's an
goodbye
LA
tour.
hero, but it's not gonna happen. And if it does happen, like
I think Kobe's moved on, dude. He's mentally moved
Yeah,
on. He's not in
yeah.
the same like.
he's
There's a
writing
reason.
books. He's making movies.
He
Making
won an
documentaries.
Oscar. Like he's
He's
not
good.
a basketball player anymore.
He's got 3 daughters.
3 daughters. One of them is like a legitimate basketball player. Like she wants to go to UConn and shit. Like
I think he like closed that part of his like.
yeah, I think
like,
You know, so you hear of all these like great athletes, and they know they're done when they don't want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and run for 2 hours before practice,
Yeah.
then to, you know, go do 2 hours after practice. That's when, like, again, going back to who I know.
He talks about that in his love for basketball. Like,
Does he?
He's like, I don't love you anymore.
I don't love doing that.
Yeah.
Brett Favre, and because I'm a huge Packer fan, I remember his time when
He's
he
a
was
fudge packer.
ask me question number 2.
Do you like anal?
I love giving it.
And taking it sometimes.
So, Brett Favre said that if he could just show up and play on Sundays, he would play forever.
He doesn't like doing the work.
It's
that
the
goes into
work,
it.
it's the practice, it's the
The
you know, the
drills,
spring
fucking-
and the stretching and the running, and I can see how that gets to the point where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't mind showing up for the games. Everybody loves playing the games. It's the work that it takes to get you at that level to be
Makes sense.
competitive.
Makes
And
sense.
I think I think he is one of the smartest basketball players of all time. Cerebrally, I think that's how you say it.
I don't know. You're the smart one in the group, so I don't know.
He-
I'm gonna take your word for it.
He looks at getting up, running on the beach. He looks at all of that and goes, I have to do that to compete at the level of a Kobe Bryant. And I don't love doing that anymore. So I can't just go and play. And I think he has moved on. I think he said, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
basketball's done.
Yeah, he's done.
His movie won an Oscar. So now he's
Short
he's
movie.
transitioned. It was a short film,
Yeah.
but he still won an Oscar.
It's a Boise film.
But he's got an Oscar. He's got Olympic gold, NBA champion, and an Oscar.
And probably a high school championship, I'm sure.
Does he?
I'm sure he
I
does.
don't know.
I'm sure he
Yeah,
does.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
back in Philadelphia, maybe. That I don't know. Can't confirm that one, but no.
Sorry, we're
Kobe's
done.
retired.
Mariscos.
Mariscos, yeah.
He ain't coming out. And even if he tried, the time that it would take to get into basketball shape, the season would be over. He's too old.
I mean, he still got something in there, you know. But I mean,
He's not fat though. He's still.
he
but
could-
he's not.
But
he's
it's
not a
like,
basketball
dude,
shooter.
like
He could
there's-
run circles
There's
around
like
us.
Kuzma's and the John Hart. I mean, the John Hart's
Josh Hart,
Hart's.
yeah.
I'm talking about John Hart, the fucking R&B artist. Sorry guys, I'm buzzing it a little bit. But these guys they're kids. They're youngsters. They're
have
fast,
youth.
dude.
Yeah, Kobe can't keep up with them.
No.
Man. He's too fucking
No.
old. But
He might for like a couple of games.
Yeah.
but he will never come off the bench. That's
He's
not
not-
who he is, dude. Like that's not who he is.
Yes. And I think that's
It's like you have to go back
What is
20
it?
years to be in that. Like
Melo's having that problem
Yeah.
right now. Are you gonna come off the bench? And he's like, nope. And
Nobody wants him.
Nobody wants him.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 minute warning. 2 minute warning.
2 minutes.
Let's wrap this up. I guess we'll appreciate you coming on, man. I hope you had a good
Yeah,
time.
you guys,
You gonna
yeah.
come back
Great
on
time.
again? We're gonna put you on the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
spot right now.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should have Moriscos come down here,
Yeah.
and we can have these two like battle. Not on like turntables, but just they seem to be friends. We could just pit them against each other.
Yeah, I'm down.
What's
Yeah.
up, Marisco del Gordo?
We could put them in like big sumo suits.
You fell asleep.
And then if I could just see them, if I could
Yeah.
go head to head.
I'm down. Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Hit us up. Let us know what you think with regards to men versus women.
Thanks, Fuse, for coming on, dude.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it,
guys.
man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Hell
Appreciate
Mr.
it.
DJ
Thank you,
Fuse,
guys.
thank you. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
guys.
He said
Have
I'm
fun.
ready. He said I'm ready.
Let's go.
Peace.
Later, guys.
Hey.
Are you friends with